Hello and welcome back to our playthrough of GMT Games Atlantic Chase. We're playing the British in the solo Bismarck scenario after having run it twice from the German perspective. So with that introduction, we'll jump right into the action. All right, we're back. So the Germans start, and we're rolling on the German action table. There are none in play, so XBB. So we know what this is. So essentially, we're going to put an unidentified task force on the board, and it is going to go in Kiel this time. It is going to go in Kiel this time. So then we'll roll again, but this time on the column below it. 1, 2, 3, 4. So that's an XA result. We select the German task force nearest a British task force. So we select this guy in Kiel. And he is going to do a trajectory action, and he's going to basically go out into the Atlantic. Hunting, hopefully. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. So 14 trajectory segments on him. And we have 8 there. So there's 22 trajectory segments. Now there is an intel marker here. So the British will roll for interrupt. That's going to be a -1 to this. So this is a naval search with a -1. So an 8. So that's an early or late result. So as always, punch a hole, delete a bunch of trajectories, and it is good weather, but we have segments on the Arctic line, so treat it as bad weather. So we will remove 3. Now in the naval search, we attempt to seize initiative, which fails. The Germans are going to go again. They get an A result. Okay, this is interesting. So this is this is something I was worried about. So they are going to target this air base in the middle of the Atlantic is going to target the Prince of Wales, the damaged Prince of Wales, which is a slow ship. Okay. Well, at least he can take 3 hits on his damage side, so that's good. So we go over to the airstrike table. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So he's got a trajectory length of 7. All right, and there are no modifiers to this result. So out here on this 7 column, there's actually quite a few bad results in here for me. So a 9, that is very close. So he takes a hit, does the Prince of Wales, and gets a contact marker. So that would make this that will make this that much easier if that happens again. Not great. Okay. It's going to be a lot of VPs if he ends up sinking the Prince of Wales, I think. So maybe that might have been... Well, that airspace wasn't there when I put that trajectory down. But maybe I should have taken more care in getting this tidied up. All right. Well, after an airstrike, we have a vie for initiative. And the British are going to seize the initiative back. So we'll roll for weather. I wouldn't mind this weather turning sucky. All right. Okay, so I am going to ignore this task force for a second. I'm going to do a couple of things. I'm going to lay down a trajectory for this task force. And then I'm going to pass. And when I pass, I'm going to use up, I've got Admiral Pound here. I'm going to use up one of my two all passes. Actually, I'm going to, now that I think about it, let's get the hood moving as well. Just since I'm going to be all passing, I might as well get as many of my units moving as possible. All right, so the hood is fast, so I'm not going to. I'm just going to remove 4 from her. The Prince of Wales is slow, so I'm gonna. Since he's in the Arctic Circle, I'm gonna roll for him. Flip over. That's on its one side. Now the good news is that that does actually mean that I am small enough to complete. And then I'm going to do the Halifax to Clyde convoy. 1. Oh, sorry, I don't roll for those guys because they are not up by the Arctic Circle. So he removes 2, and my Gibraltar convoy removes 2. He should be in pretty good shape now because this would be a bit of a suicidal place to go pursue him. But with that, I am passing back to the Germans. So weather does not change. So what are the Germans going to do? And don't say airstrike. 5. So an XU result. So we do have an unidentified task force, so he's going to continue trying to bring this to battle. So he's going to do a naval search. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Oh shoot, maybe I should have done an airstrike there. Oh well, I didn't notice. So 17. British will roll for the intel marker. I'm beginning to feel like passing was maybe not the right thing to do. That's why I'm sort of, if you see me sort of hesitating, my mind is going back over that and thinking, oh, I could have done a signals action. I could have done this. I could have done that. Is what it is. So I get a -1 to this. So they're doing a naval search with a -1 out in that last column. So that's a miss. But they will be able to time lapse. And they will remove 1, 2, 3, 4. So next turn, they're only going to be able to move 1 because it's sitting on that intel marker. But first things first, I get a chance to seize the initiative. And I will do so. So the British will actually seize the initiative. So now I can at least do all those things I thought about. But the weather turns bad. Ooh, that's interesting. We are going to have this station perform a trajectory action. I think I will just go here now that I think about it. Now I could perform a signals action to turn that into a station. But I don't know that I really want him up there. It's forcing me to kind of like chase him a bunch. I can't do an airstrike. I'm very worried right now about the Prince of Wales. And I feel like I should try to complete with him. I should try to complete with him because I got one more turn where I'm going to be in the Arctic zone and I might be able to get a little bit far. So I'm going to attempt to complete with the Prince of Wales. I'm going to try and get him off the map. So the Germans attempt to seize initiative and they do not do it. So the Prince of Wales comes off the map. So that's a good thing. I think that's a good thing for me. I didn't need him lying around. So now with that, we're going to do a naval search here. I've got my active task force. I've got my coordinating task force. And I've got the Germans. So the Germans have 7. I have 4. So we're on the 11. We're on the 11 table. 11 column. Bad weather, we're only going to get a +1 here. So we're in that column here with a +1. 6. So early or late. So not a particularly surprising result. And then I think we'll... No, I think we'll leave that. Take these two off. So then I am going to time lapse. And the hood is... Oh, well, it's bad weather for everybody. So the hood is going to remove 2 segments. And... deleting dice again. Need to go in and, like, put in some scripting here to prevent me from deleting these dice. And then the big task force, they remove 1, 2, 3. All right. So, with that having been done, it is a naval search. Sorry, the Germans should have a +1 on that. So it's a seize initiative, +1. So the Germans do not seize the initiative. Okay. So I think this is interesting. I could just launch an airstrike here, which would help in identifying this task force, which might be a good thing. And it's got, it would have a reasonable chance of success. Oh, but it's bad weather. I can't do that. All right. Well, let's then... Actually, we're going to go all the way to here. The hood, likewise, is going to go all the way to here. The reason being that we are going to perform a signals action. Turn him into a station here while we still got that intel marker. And we can time lapse 1 task force. So we'll time lapse, this task force here. So 1, 2, 3. And then the Germans are going to attempt to seize initiative +2. This time they will succeed in seizing the initiative. So that's definitely a good thing for them. All right. So let's roll for the weather. So the weather remains the same. And now we check what the German action is. So it is an airstrike. Oh, but it's bad weather. Oh, but it's bad weather. Okay, it's bad weather. They can't actually attack me. So it's bad weather, so we are going to roll on this table over here. Okay, this is actually kind of a crap result for the Germans, I have to say. So basically what it says I do is the Germans perform a signals action targeting an intel marker attached to a convoy. Okay, doesn't actually happen. There is none, I mean. If there is no intel marker, they attach an intel marker to a convoy. Select a segment in the middle of the longest trajectory. So that's going to be this guy. And I think what we're going to do is we're going to select this. We're going to put an intel marker here because it's outside of airstrike range, even though this would be technically the middle of it. But here's what kind of sucks. Then the Germans pass. That sucks because they're a station, right? I mean, so I don't know why they wouldn't have laid down a trajectory beforehand. So with me closing in up here, well, let's just play it out. I'm super tempted. I'm super tempted to like lay down a trajectory and have them pass, but let's just play it out. Rules is written, and we'll go from there. But I will pause the video here, and we'll pick it up in the next video. Thanks for sticking around to the end of the video. Hope you enjoyed it. Hope you're enjoying the Atlantic Chase series. Hope you're enjoying the channel. Please leave comments if you are with suggestions, especially suggestions for games that you love to see come to the channel or improvements that we could make to the channel. And we will see you in the next video on Agility Snips Gaming Table.